Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome once again to another live stream. Now, Angga, who is one of my,
Yeah.
who's my chief technical lead, and I have decided we're going to make a series of live streams weekly, talking about tips and tricks, but specifically areas of LinkedIn you may not even realize that you can use to help people see how beneficial your service or product is. Which part are we talking about today, Angga?
Okay. Is there any one of you remember that you can upload video for your profile picture? That's a long gone feature that even LinkedIn not promoted. Only certain
Exactly.
people understand. Realize that, right?
It's incredible, actually. There's so many things that come and go on LinkedIn, and I'm sure they do put a notice about it, but no one really sees it. And if that notice happens, only happens for a day, no idea that it's there. And then after, what was it, about a few months, or was it a year, they decided on the 26th of September last year just to remove it.
But people who already use it, like you still have like 3 months to still use it.
Absolutely. So the benefit that I got from it was actually incredible. I kept pointing out to people, look at this. You can see a video here of me talking about my service behind my profile image. Now, eventually they did remove it, but there are facilities that pop up from time to time. So today we're going to talk about the services page or the services.
Oh yeah, the service button. The previously, I think it's exclusive on LinkedIn Navigator Upward, but no, even the free account can have service button.
But you have to add it. It's not automatically given you. You have to go in and add it. So talk us through that process, Angga. How do you add that service?
So if you click your profile, it's actually under the edit profile, and on the bottom of edit profile you have custom button.
Right.
Previously only for what's the name, LinkedIn Creator.
That's right. Now we had to instruct people to go on Creator. In fact, there was a whole bunch of LinkedIn specialists that would tell you, "Don't go on Creator. No, don't touch Creator." Well, it's gotten to the point now that every client on LinkedIn is now in creator mode. So that's now the default. We're all in creator mode now, effectively. That used to be under the resources section. Now we're all in it. We've got effectively two areas where we can make an active link to talk to the outside world. So the first one is if you edit your profile, slide all the way down to the bottom, you've got the what's it button? It's the
hyperlink. It serves as a hyperlink or contact me button, but most people just serve it hyperlink where you can put your link tree, I think, or in the
website
case,
or something like that.
website.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's a button so you can take people off site. So previously, LinkedIn have been very against allowing people to be diverted off site. But here is a facility. Now, the other one we're talking about on the services page, you can do something very similar. So you have to first add services. In fact, what I'm going to do in a second is I'm going to bring up LinkedIn on my own computer and share the screen.
Oh, you can share the screen here?
Absolutely. I'm going to do. So it's a voyage of discovery, guys, and Angga is coming with me for the ride. All right. So what I'll do is I'll literally quickly set it up so it's pointing to my own page. There it is. And what I'll do is I'm just going to share that portion of the screen. So here we go. I'm going to hopefully share it. Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, lovely. Now, so what we're going to do is I'm going to click on my image and immediately I'm in there. Now, can you see where it says
request services,
tips and tricks?
tips and trick. Yeah, it's the dedicated button. That
So that's
previously,
the dedicated button. So if I edit my profile and slide all the way to the end, it says custom button. You've got two options. It could be a button. I'm on premium, so I get that. But a link is what we're talking about. And mine, actually, I'll talk about this in a separate video. Mine doesn't go to a link tree or to somewhere, or even to my website. But notice also, can I just one little tip here, which is, can you see those little icons there?
oh
Make
yeah, the
sure
love one.
make sure you always have a space either side of things like that. Otherwise, it will make this bit harder to search for. All right, now let's go back. I'll discard that. Now, the other area is a profile section called services. So you have to add the profile section, and you'll probably find it under additional. Now, I've already added mine, so it won't be there, so you can't edit it twice. And then what you'll do is once you've added it, it'll appear under here. Now, this is a wonderful thing in the services section, because if you edit it, you can define
the
areas, and these will help on the search function. If you put yourself as the areas that are relevant to you, then when people are searching for, in which case lead generation, I'll pop up. But guess what? There's a custom button here as well. So if you edit that custom button, you can have it so it's any of these request services, which means that people can ask for you to actually quote for them.
And you can also put your rate. Yeah. And you can also put your rate there. So it's not a blank services. For instance, if you, my social media management cost me, for instance, like a 15 pounds per hour, you can put it there.
Yes, so absolutely. Let me just go back. Sorry, I'm going around in circles here. Apologies for that.
Yeah.
So when you add your services, that's those services, and in the about section, this is another about section. This is a separate section to the one. So you get all of this goes towards search engine optimization. So therefore, you can put more information in there about your services, but you can also put your work location and things like that, which means that you can then service local business. Now here, can you see I've put contact for pricing, but you could say you start at a certain amount of dollars or whatever it is per hour. Very powerful.
It is.
All right, so here's
but that's bring up questions. What makes you become, for instance, you put the services on social media strategies. What makes people believe that you are the actual social media strategist that they need?
Oh well, that's a very good question.
I think it's the second feature that do not have any button. It's just pop up there sometimes when you meet the requirement.
Right. This is actually, we were discussing this only the other day. It's so true. Every so often, and we don't know the actual trigger for this, but I think it is you need to have over probably 1,000 connections and be active and be putting out information actively. After a while, you'll get a request to fill in or to contribute to something.
Yeah. Can you bring back the screen? So that's that what LinkedIn called LinkedIn Top Voice. You don't have any button anywhere.
Can you share a top voice kind of request?
I put it on your WhatsApp here.
Okay, lovely. Okay, well, you can actually share it yourself, and then we can pop it on the screen if you wanted.
And I don't think I'm still eligible for that.
Okay, well, let me see if I can do that. What we'll do is I'll pop it on here, and what it is they're referred to as collaborative articles. So what I'm going to do is literally I'm going to literally share that again.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And the interesting is you cannot find any button to this page. You literally don't have. It's a LinkedIn cherry pick person who eligible to become the LinkedIn top voice.
let me stop that screen and get the right page up. That would also help. There we go. Yeah, I was on the wrong tab. Apologies for that. Present. There we go. There's the fella. There, can you see it now?
Oh yeah.
There we go. So these collaborative articles, talk me through what makes it so that I'll get that top voice moniker. Angga.
Okay. Yeah. So this notification will only appear when you are eligible. So you cannot find any button on LinkedIn to access this page. LinkedIn just give you.
We've tried. We've
tried. If you are not eligible, you cannot answer these questions.
Right.
And on this collaborative article, you may see more to explore any area that LinkedIn covered. For instance, if you are the marketing, I think you can click the
Well,
marketing
let's go to seal
Let's-
topics.
Okay, see. So this is
And I
these
think
are
social media in our case. So let's go to S.
as social media.
There we go. And if we scroll down a little bit,
So it has many area from IT to HR to communication, business administration,
social media marketing. Yes.
social media marketing.
Okay. So if I click on that, and
You see,
let's say what we're going to do is, because we want to be top voice in
Yeah.
social media marketing. I was top voice in social media marketing for a while, but it just goes to show if you don't keep doing it, you'll lose it after how many days?
You need to keep your score for 60 days.
Right.
Otherwise, you will lose the badge.
Right. So at the moment, I'm in the process of getting it back. So for instance, let's take the top one. Feeling burnt out by social media marketing career. So if we click on that, you'll notice there are 7 areas where you contribute.
Yeah. So
in
you
this
need to
particular one.
So you need to contribute at least 3 threads.
And can you see at the moment I'm in the top 18%?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so badge holders are typically in the top 5%. So we've got to keep making contributions to improve the rank. So let's say we're going to start.
And also, you notice that person with the top voice has their own badge, the light bulb badge.
There it goes.
There you go. Yeah, that one. So that badge will appear on your LinkedIn profile, and also you are become the. If you notice that when you search on the Google, the first three search result is a SEM or paid. On the LinkedIn side,
Promoted. Yes.
yeah, promoted. On the LinkedIn side, the first 5, it's either the premium or the top voice.
Right. So therefore, you want to be top voice so that your contents. So let's say, look, I'm going to quickly do one now. Identify burnout. So first step to recognizing it, feel a sense of dread, whatever. So I'm going to talk about this. So I add my perspective. Often when working within a business, you forget time and other activities outside. I can't spell activities outside that business that need to be taken care of. It is important to find a balance so that you avoid burnout and remain productive but happy.
But this thing bring us another question. What if I just using ChatGPT, Cloud, Bing, or Gemini, or any some sort of
It's so easy to
AI?
identify. You could. A lot of people here are. Uh, I mean, I would say.
That's it.
I would say that is possibly a AI production.
Yeah. So
Um, so I'm trying to
Lincoln
write in a human manner.
in human man. And Lincoln give the another layer of complexity that you're not only contribute for three or more threads, your contribution has to be react by people. So people must uh people should find your contribution helpful by giving likes or any reaction.
That give you pleasure as well as those that.
Do you know something that I often use to avoid people say I am ChatGPT or some sort of AI?
What's that?
I use wrong spelling for
Oh
I'm using wrong
wow!
spelling
So it
because
looks
if you are
authentic.
using yeah if you are using AI, there are no spelling mistakes, but people make mistakes.
They
So
do.
when you
It's human.
find
It's
it's
human.
human, so any spelling mistake, any grammatical error that prove you are human. Although sometimes it doesn't make sense when people read, but people believe that this one make mistakes, so it must be human.
Okay, I'm nearly done here.
Yeah. So so you're done one questions, you need six more questions from one thread, and you need at least three thread to become a top voice. It's funny how Lincoln never told us about the updates, about what new feature, how we eligible to the feature. It's
So,
just
so
we
it's
playing
not
around.
just good enough. Just want to point this out. It's not just good enough to put stuff there. I now need other people to actually take notice of it and respond to it.
Yeah.
Um, so
You,
it might be I might write a post saying I've recently done this. I'd really like some feedback to see whether or not anybody's interested in it. So write a post about it. That
well,
way,
the,
you'll get more likely to get a response from it.
yeah, and uh, all your first connection will share if you have in the same area. For instance, I am the first Gareth first connection, and we are in the same area, marketing and social media. So I might see Gareth answer on my homepage that I can respond. So
All right.
do you think that it's complex? It is a complex feature, but do you think is it necessary?
It's an interesting point. My worry is that people's first response will be to reach for AI, which means if they're getting AI to do the work, they're not thinking about it. And if they're not thinking about it, it won't make a difference to them. So, from that perspective, no, it's not necessary. However, if there is a modicum of people, if there are at least some people that take notice of the fact that you care enough to help people, then it can go to establishing your credibility and allowing people to have an insight into your character. But this is only if, and I know it's going to be irritating to anybody listening to this, only if you do it without the AI, knows you're actually thinking about it. Answers don't need to be long. They need to be more than 4 or 5 words, but they don't need to be big, long essays. They just have to be things that strike a chord with people, that get people to take notice.
And there's no right or wrong questions. It's just your opinion. Different people have different opinion.
But opinion, I think, is really important on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Just pumping out facts shows that you can just pump out facts. If you put out opinion, it shows that shows considered thought. And I think people are more likely to employ your business if it looks like you think about what it is you put out there. I think I'm going to draw today's session to a close. Thanks a lot, Angga, for your excellent contributions. Guys, if you want us to change direction or if you've got any thoughts, we could always do with people giving us feedback. And Angga, if you want to add anything to that before we sign off.
No, I think LinkedIn never update anything to their audience, so you need to play along in LinkedIn. It's not just creating content without knowing the algorithm, without knowing the features hidden inside LinkedIn.
You can do well on LinkedIn. You can get really useful interactions that lead to potentially new clients and business, but you have to play the game. And part of that is, I recommend, becoming top voice. Until next week, I wish you all well, and remember, look after that mental health. Bye-bye.